What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. As you guys can see, the clarity and quality of my videos are back and better than ever because I am finally back upstate in my apartment. Some crazy stuff that I'll definitely talk about in a live stream with you guys later on in relevance to what's going on within my college as well as with this virus that's going around. I don't really want to say that word because I know that YouTube is going around demonetizing videos if you mention it, but you guys clearly know what I'm discussing. But specifically, we're going to be looking at these cryptocurrencies in reference to the fact that it looks like these coins are getting ready for potentially what appears to be another big jump. This is quite interesting if you ask me. As we know that the stock market is down, Dow Jones, S&P 500, they're all down. The markets are literally plumbing. Grocery stores are, you know, everything's gone. The rate for the the recession lookup on Google Trends is absolutely through the roof. There's some crazy stuff going on right now, but I do believe Bitcoin's coming back, and it's going to come back very strong, and cryptocurrency likewise. A lot of cryptocurrency is definitely making some very interesting moves in relevance to what we've been talking about in the other videos, so I would like to continue on that basis. And there are some other important things that I would like to go over with you guys in relevance to the market. But other than that, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, help that YouTube algorithm, and make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way you guys can basically get into contact with me, you know, talk about what's going on within this world without a fully monetized and watched platform. Twitter has a little more open a variety of what you can talk about. So definitely make sure to check me out on there. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So if you guys are new to the channel or haven't yet watched yesterday's video, yesterday we were talking about that we look to be trying to fill the gap. As you guys can see in the current thumbnail right now, we do look to be heading back up. It's very interesting. We've definitely hit some very odd points right now, but I do want to go into specifics in relevance to what exactly is going on right now. So just to move on really quickly, looking at the current coin market cap, markets are up. That's another crazy thing. I also wasn't anticipating to make a video today, but due to the fact that everybody is literally off the roads, I've never been able to drive to my college apartment that quickly ever before. There was literally 0 people on the roads. And if you guys live in New York and you've ever gone over the GW or the Whitestone going into Queens or onto Long Island, you know that that thing is delayed all the time. Literally flew right through. I was one of the only cars on the road. Absolutely crazy. So off topic, but in relevance to these markets, you guys can clearly see crypto is coming back up. You know, much better than the stock markets and the current, centralized exchanges. Very interesting. Centralized markets are really kind of continuing to drop, and it seems like money now after this craze is happening is getting funneled back into cryptocurrency, which is awesome because we've been making some great trades off of here. And for those of you that have me on Patreon, I've also been making some great trades as you guys have been mentioning. So just to jump right in, I said I'd like to start off with XRP. I mentioned this yesterday briefly. I know a lot of people like to jump on and specifically watch these videos for XRP, so I thought I'd discuss this first. As of right now, we are looking at the weekly. I guess I can start with the daily really quick. You can see on the daily what exactly is happening. It seems like, which is very odd, but definitely good news in relevance to the fact that we have been bouncing off of what appears to be our strong resistance. You can see just, scrolling up that this white downtrend seems to be a strong negative line that has a lot of downwards pressure on the coin. Yes, sometimes we do break through it, but for the most part, we ended up closing below it. Now, what's interesting to note is in the fact that we fell very rapidly back down to what appears to be an oversold market. What's nice is we've slowly recovered from that. Not only that, but we look to be having what appears to be a bullish cross on the MACD, which is a great bullish sign. And we also seem to be bouncing off of this bottom support. Now, obviously, we could head lower. That is a possibility in relevance to bouncing like this and trending off of here. I'd be shocked if we do this. It's still possible, though. Clearly, what I recommend, a great long opportunity for XRP specifically is if we can break this resistance. Clearly, we can even move this slightly higher just to be on that conservative approach. If we can close, this is definitely the strong resistance here, but if we can close a candle above where these wicks are, if we can break above these wicks at 17 cents, there's a very bullish chance we will rise up and retest this resistance and then head up to this high-low moving average right here. That's what I'm anticipating. We look to be almost doing that already. There's a lot of other cryptocurrencies that I want to discuss, which will help XRP boost itself up, because the markets are starting to turn and appear bullish, which is quite interesting. I know a lot of you guys weren't expecting that. Obviously, in relevance to buying long and selling short, if we break through this support right here, this white one, expect to see a major drop, which will obviously not be good. All-time lows for XRP are definitely could happen. But in relevance to this bullish cross on the MACD, that gives me some reason to believe we could be seeing a bullish move back up to the high-low moving average. We know that this is the area of neutral trading, and the fact that we are almost breaking up to that direction is great news if you ask me. So if we can close a conservative approach above 17 cents, there's a very good chance we'll rally up to 20, if not 23 cents very quickly, anywhere in between that. So that's a huge update and bonus for you that have XRP or are getting ready to buy XRP. Harder to short this. I think maybe Binance you can short XRP. Definitely let me know down in the comments if you have done that before. But I do want to talk about Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. As you guys know, very interesting stuff is happening right now. So we did see a bullish move out of this sideways channel right here. You can see once again, which is great, is the MACD seems to be having a bullish cross. This is huge news for us. Specifically Bitcoin, we know that a bullish cross on the MACD will help us shoot up. But that's great. It's great to see this, potentially a golden cross. We're not really seeing it on the high-low moving average, which isn't necessarily a bad thing just yet. But to see that bullish cross on the MACD is definitely a sign that we could be heading up higher. Clearly, there's a ton of uncertainty in the market right now. Sideways trading, we're not really getting that break to the upside just yet. But if we can close, like I said, with the other cryptos, which we'll look at in a second, above what appears to be resistance at about $6,800, we should see that bullish rally all the way up to 8,300 very quickly, probably hitting this resistance right here before heading higher up. Obviously, we're looking to get back above this white uptrend right here. Definitely a possibility. If we get above the high-low moving, middle moving averages too, that will be a great opportunity to head up higher. But you can see there's a ton of uncertainty the past 2 days. We've literally had major wicks shooting the coin all the way up to $7,000 and as low as $5,700, but we ended up closing the same time we opened up, or we opened at the same price, or we closed at the same price we opened up at, and the same thing is happening today. So there's a ton of uncertainty. We know that when this stuff happens, usually tends to see some sort of pop in either direction. So what we have to do is look at the other cryptos to basically gauge whether or not Bitcoin is going to see that. You can see on a Litecoin that we're also being suppressed by a resistance of $40. It's very hard to say invest above here and then buy a long position up, because there's a lot of pump fakes. So you can see yesterday's candle is an exact representation of that. You can see that if I said buy in above $39 and we wick all the way back up to 44 and then immediately correct back down, you guys are going to be pretty disappointed. So I say conservatively setting a price above $44 for Litecoin, and if we break up higher than that, then we could potentially rally up to $50 to $55 fairly quickly. Obviously, if you guys are interested specifically in what it is that I'm trading and what my options are that I'm doing in the market, definitely make sure to check out my Patreon down below. It's a great way to support the channel, and huge shout out for everyone who has already joined there. Huge community right now, growing. We have a private Twitter for those of you that are interested in speaking directly, and then we just broke the 60 patron milestone, which is absolutely amazing on our journey to 100. There's a ton of great information on there. Highly recommend you check it out. There's tons of comments, so it's definitely worth getting into and joining. You know, if you're interested in crypto, joining a community that is also highly interested in learning and trading. So just to move on to Ethereum, and then we'll wrap up today's video. You can see that Ethereum is doing the same thing Bitcoin and Litecoin are doing. A lot of uncertainty right now. We have a lot of sideways trading. You can see massive candle wicks. We shot all the way up to 154 and as low as 115, and then closed at the same price we happened to open up at in yesterday's video, or yesterday's candle, as well as today's. This within itself shows that there's a huge resistance at 137. There's a chance that if we break through here again, we would be long all the way up to 190, but we could also say that if you want to be 100% accurate, if we can close above 154, there's a very high chance we'll rally all the way up to 188. Now, also understand there's another bullish cross appearing on the MACD, and then we do have a resistance, a support at 110. So there is that opportunity and possibility that we could be breaking lower, and we could switch to a short on Bitcoin and Ethereum. All these coins are covered, like I said, in my Patreon. And then lastly, in relevance to the DueDEX charts, you can clearly see when it is that I'm buying in or when I want to. You can see basically in the past on Bitcoin, you can see as I zoom out on DueDEX's platform, since basically they opened up in August of 2019, you can see there's a 3 top right here. This is a triple bottom, which immediately corrected us up. This is a great support line. And you can see with this what exactly it means for us. So we know that if we can break through the $68.90 resistance, there's a very good chance we'll flip long and swing all the way up to the 82 resistance. So what I'm doing is getting ready to buy in long if the price approaches the $68.35, if not the $69.45 resistance. If we can break through there, very good chance we'll long this all the way up, just like we have in the past. Otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.